Glodarzik, Simon, numéro 10, Otar, Testspiel, numéro 11, Manfred Sarkaria, numéro 13, Jacob Jancher, numéro 14, Xavier Serrano, numéro 15, William Godin, numéro 17, Brian Texera, numéro 19, Tommy Horvat, numéro 21, Samuel Stuckler, numéro 22, Youssouf Gazibegovic, numéro 23, Bezel Demakou, numéro 24, Sandro Molna, numéro 25, Stéphane Irlander, numéro 28, David Schneeg, numéro 29, Mohamed Fuzeni, numéro 35, Niklas Gerhofer et enfin numéro 44, Amadou Dante. Club de Strasbourg avec le numéro 6, Jean-Eudes Aoulou, numéro 36, à la Bélarouche, numéro 17, Jean Risner Bellegarde, numéro 25, Steven Pézaya, numéro 3, Thomas Delaine, numéro 7, Jesse Deminguet, numéro 20, Mohamedou Diallo, numéro 19, Mohamedou Diarra, numéro 29, Israël Doucouré, numéro 10, Emmanuel Emega, numéro 41, Nolan Ferro, numéro 4, Carole Fila, avec le numéro 2, Frédéric Guilbert, numéro 12, Nebo Motiva, numéro 22, Gersino Niamzi, numéro 44, Rabi Enzigula, numéro 5, Lucas Perrin, numéro 30, Alexandre Pierre, numéro 14, Jaïm Persic, numéro 42, Tom Settel, numéro 11, Moïse Saï, numéro 43, Jérémy Sebas, numéro 1, Walid Azvi, numéro 28, Marvin Senaya et numéro 24, Abakar Silla. DJ Fabrizio sera là pour vous donner un petit avant-goût de la foire au vin qui débute vendredi. N'oubliez pas qu'avec votre ticket d'entrée, ne le perdez surtout pas. Vous allez pouvoir vous rendre à la foire. Je suis bien placé là, hein. J'ai la chance.
And very good evening, very good afternoon, wherever you're watching around the world. This is the Colmar Stadium. We are in France, and it is technically the host club, Racing Club de Strasbourg. They are up against SKSturm Graz from Austria. You're here on SKSturm.TV. And we've got a really big afternoon for you. The 8th friendly of SKSturm's pre-season. Christian Ilse's side will face the might of Patrick Vieira's Strasbourg side of France's Ligue 1. It's been some really good performances over the past 3 weeks for SKSturm. Plenty of goals in amongst all those. And we are set for more. I'll take you through the starting 11s shortly. For Strasbourg, they are playing with the 3-5-2 system. Belarus in goal, Doucouré, Niamzi and Silla, brand new signing at the back. Across the midfield, we'll have Delaine, Deminguet, Diarra, Bellegarde and Guilbert. Up forward, Habib Diallo with Sahi Dion. Diallo, the danger man, the Senegalese, 37 games last season, 20 goals. So it will be attention spans for Wuthrich and Borkovic. They'll have to be wary of a very dangerous Habib Diallo. Kacibegovic will also start today, and David Sneg will take you through that 11 shortly. Decent afternoon for it. Some of the results for SKSturm recently. They are the reigning ÖFB Cup champions, and they took down Klagenfurt in the first leg of the first round on the weekend by a 5-goal margin. We'll take you through some of the goals through that game, throughout this one. Starting 11 is Kjell Skerpen in goal. The Dutchman on loan from Brighton has just joined. Bokovic and Wuthrich in the middle of defense. David Sneg on the left. Kacibegovic on the right. Javi Serrano will join Bove and Hielander in the middle. Ketiashvili will join Sarkaria and Voracek up forward. Voracek fresh off a hat-trick. And Sarkaria was the architect of one of those goals. Nice little tap-in for the actual hat-trick there for the 20-year-old Polish striker. 9 goals for Górnik Zabrze last season. Just the one season there after his switch from Legia. But he is now with SKSturm Graz. He replaces Emmanuel Emega, who's now made his way over to Strasbourg. He's not starting today, though. The ex-Sturm man. Players coming out into the middle. A mouth-watering afternoon. The last friendly of the pre-season for SKSturm Graz. Strasbourg still have one. They've got Freiburg and Werder Bremen coming up before they take on Lyon in the first round of Ligue 1, the domestic season, on the 12th of August. It is Austria Vienna away for Sturm on the 30th of July. First home match. We'll all be awaiting that one against Lask. That's coming on August 5th. Strasbourg today in the blue and white. The captain, Stefan Hielander, out in the middle. The two skippers. Some of the match officials out there as well. Players in position, ready to go. So let's see who kicks off. The referee for now has the ball. Let's see how SKSturm can start this one. The final practice match, the final rehearsal. 90 minutes of the preseason left. Decent turnout as well. Strasbourg will kick us off with Habib Diallo there. Voracek, also Burving there. Got some of the media out there, content creators perhaps, and other members of the public coming through. Technically, some of the lucky fans being picked to go out there and a little practice kickoff there. Technically a neutral location here at the Colmar Stadium. It's not too far from Strasbourg, about 80 kilometers, about 900 kilometers from Graz. It'll be Strasbourg going from left to right in the first half. In the blue and white, it is SKSturm Graz going from right to left. Serrano there, jumping up and down, chomping at the bit. Strasbourg get us away. Goes back to Niamzi. Across with that Ducouré and Silla at the back today. A 3-man back line. A long ball down the left channel. It'll be cleaned up though. Bokovic and Wuthrich back there. The ball forward from Skerpen picked up loose possession, and Strasbourg will do well to hold it. And we'll see how Sturm keep their shape. Yildiz has got technically the diamond-shaped midfield. Ketishvili will play just behind the strikers. Hielander, Serrano, and Berving. What a pre-season he's had, William Berving. Danish midfielder is in for a big, big season. Long ball forward, some defending to do for the Austrian club, and down the right side, the ball forwards. Here in the southeast of France. Second minute of play. A couple of quick touches. Strasbourg with all the ball so far in the opening 90 seconds. Now it'll be pushed forward by Silla, brand new signing. Delane on the right, on the left today. Gilbert on the right. Frederic Gilbert, the 28-year-old Frenchman, ex-Aston Villa. Now arriving with a free transfer to Strasbourg. Referee's just seen something there. Taken quickly. Sent long, that'll sit nicely. With a poor final pass, and out comes Skerpen. Hopefully he can settle play down for Sturm. Quick release, and away we go. Through Borkovic, over to Wuthrich. Swiss international. 4th season now with Sturm. Finally some possession. Vertical play, sent backwards though, all the way back to the Dutch goalkeeper. Under 21 Dutch internationals, giving it away though. Luckily, a poor ball forward from Strasbourg to the disappointment of the locals. But not so the Sturm fans, who are looking for more clinical finishing. Patrick Vieira of Strasbourg has taken over in July, very early July, so he's had 3 or 4 weeks now with them. Gilbert will take this throw. Long one. Easy to deal with though. Wuthrich will get it out from the back. Hielander. Settle play down, the captain. Wuthrich just tailed there by Diallo. Have to move it forward quickly. And again, Strasbourg just doing their best to stifle Sturm's transitional play. Again, it's Gilbert. Doucouré puts it forward. Gilbert again. Squares it up. Doucouré. Down the far side. Let's see if Sturm can remain compact. Big switch comes. Gilbert chests it down. Lovely chest down. So far, so good for the home sides. Now down this near touchline. Domingue into the middle it goes. See the intensity from the very first minute for the French side. Finished 15th in Ligue 1 last season. Here's Niamzi. Be enjoying his new defensive partner. Big money signing for Silla. In the 20s of millions. Of course, there's been another signing. Max Johnston joining Sturm. Big ball in, and a goal comes. 6 minutes of play from Strasbourg. Excellent delivery and beautiful finish. Not much that Kjell Skerpen could have done there. It all started with Domingue here. And Gilbert, first time, really inviting Gorgeous delivery. Diallo there. Who else? 20 goals in the French First Division last season. In his 4th year. Can Sturm for them go down again? Partizan early. They went down against a couple of clubs in their pre-season friendlies. Seen them work their way back into games slowly. See if Sakarya and the likes of Ketiashvili can get some quality service through for Szymon Wodacik, who, like I said, is in fine form. His hat-trick in his first competitive game. Here they come. Big chance, big save. To the applause of the locals. Happy about the save, that is, they are. And not a bad effort. Made the goalkeeper work for it, and it comes towards Wodacik again. Strasbourg can just deal with the pressure for now. But Sturm very nearly had the equaliser within, you'd say, 90 seconds of the first goal of the game for Habib Diallo. William Burving looking ominous as usual. Scored that excellent double performance where he put the assist in and also scored against TSC. Hands on here against Gilbert. Javi Serrano trying to assert himself now. Strasbourg settling play down. He's trying to swing the ball quite swiftly across from one side to the other. Doucouré, vertical pass. Just overrun there, and now it's quick free kick. That's a lovely delivery, but just couldn't get there in time. It was David Schnegg. So far, Burving with the only chance at goal. Here he is again. Diagonal pass. Wodacik now goes one way, then the other. Oh, that was lovely. Deserved better. And Sturm, they are working their way into this one quite magnificently. Look at this play, Burving. Sakarya, Wodacik sent the defender one way. Keeper flapped at it. Not sure he had much of a chance. And that has just skimmed over the top of the crossbar. SKSturm deserving better, you'd say. And there's Wodacik with a high press. Now look at this. Ilza's got them working over time. High tempo football is what we want to see. 9th minute, they've won it back high. Shot comes in, near post. It's been dragged wide though. And Ketty saw the goal he scored against Klagenfurt for 2-0. Good delivery in from Prass for the first goal, though, to the head of Wodacik from the left in at the near post. Dispatched beautifully. Now Strasbourg. This time, very, very easy for the goalkeeper, Kjell Skerpen. Here's Javi Serrano on loan from Atletico Madrid. Schnegg down the line. One of the 1-2. Strasbourg doing well just to make sure Burving couldn't get the pass away. Desperate measures once again. Doucouré rode the challenge well. Long ball forward, cleaned up by Wuthrich. Hielander didn't know what was coming, had his pocket picked. Strasbourg here for 2-0. And indeed it is. They have gone straight down the middle and more or less put home from the penalty spot. Stefan Hielander had the ball taken away from him. And the ball from Sahi Dion goes in under Skerpen. Not much the keeper could have done. Not the start that Sturm fans were expecting. And we're away for the kickoff once again. 12th minute now. It is Strasbourg 2, Sturm Graz 0. Plenty of time to go though. Diallo with the double so far. Here he is again. Surely offside this time. Wants to round the keeper. Was brought down. Skerpen knew he was offside. That is the danger I was talking about pre-kickoff. The two Habibs, Diarra and Diallo. Sahi Dion causing all manner of issues there. Now it's Sturm's turn. They should have been at least restored parity, you'd think. Good ball in from Schnegg. Just needed someone there. Now Berving will see that one out. Might have been given to Strasbourg as a throw. Now here is at offside. It was Borkovic who just at that time, really good vision. It was all about the response. Berving looking for Keriashvili. Away comes Diarra. Good patient build-up from Gilbert, but was sent to the ground. Now Belarus gets a touch. He's a new signing from Stade Briochin. Doubt he will be the starting keeper this season for Patrick Vieira, the ex-Crystal Palace coach. What a career he's had. Strasbourg, of course, now bought by Blueco. Same owners that Chelsea have. Therefore, the money pouring in. And we've seen the ex-Sturm striker, Emmanuel Emega, make the transition across. Blueco's arrival means Strasbourg can fund the higher valued players. Now Schnegg, looking for Kentiashvili, couldn't find him. Wants to offer some pressure on Doucouré, who's had a fine opening quarter of an hour. So far, you'd have to say Sturm's midfield just caught unawares there. Bellegarde and Diarra sending Diallo back in. Long throw here, Schnegg. Will get the cleared ball towards the byline. Sent back towards him. Loops that across. You never know where those are. Sometimes they end up in the back of the net. This time it was well wide. Now Ala Belarus will have his goal kick. Berving up there with Vodicic. First line of defense. It's a long goal kick. Straight to the chest. Serrano finding Skerpen. Out wide, Ruthrich. Quick thinking, quick passing. Now the referee didn't call for the first foul. He's given that in favor of the Austrian sides. Hierlander receives. He'll feel disappointed that he was caught unaware. So far, the Senegalese striker, Habib Diallo, delivering. It is a pre-season friendly. And Sturm, can they revitalize their hopes to end the pre-season with 8 wins? Or at least avoid defeat. 7 wins so far from 7 previous friendlies has been outstanding. Strasbourg just dabbling on the far side. There's Domingue looking for Delane. Back for Niamzi, former Rennes player. Chartereau, Belarus, just pressured. Takure, so far, it's been quite solid at the back. Serrano couldn't find Hieland. There's Domingue. Spread play out to the far sides. Delane. Settle that down for Diarra. Long ball, Domingue. Over the top it goes. And what can Sturm do here? They need to hold it up. Decent delivery, well headed away. Schnegg with the good work. Foul on Ketiashvili. The Georgian goes to the ground, and I think if it was a competitive game, the referee may have given a card here. 50-50 those ones. Definitely intentional. Little clumsy. Knew what they were doing. Now Serrano. Pass from Borkovic, but comes back with interest. It'll be picked up by Wuthrich. Have to watch Diallo quite closely because he's now on a hat-trick. Two goals in the first 11 minutes. It's not what Sturm supporters wanted to see here on SKSturm.TV. Now comes Belarus. First time delivery. Finds Gilbert. And again, Niamzi and Silla over on this side. Zakaria just couldn't get in the way. Good turn there to get away from Gazibegovic, and the delivery will come back in. Oh, it was a panicked effort in the end. But a sigh of relief for Kiel Skerpen. The game against Klagenfurt last weekend, as I was saying, Vodicic with a header, fabulous pass cross in from the left on 15 minutes. 3 minutes later, Ketiashvili buried on his left, the near right post. They need some more of that here to get back in this game. Schnegg fighting hard. Serrano gets his boot in the way. Vodicic again with a header for 3-0 in that game against SAK, this time from a right-sided corner kick. Then the rain came pouring down. The game was paused before Kamzak made it 3-1 from the tightest of angles. Sturm have won a throw here due to an error at the back from Strasbourg. Goran Stankovic made it 4-1 with a glancing header in from the left side corner kick. Before the hour mark, it was 5-1 for Sturm. Horvath with a regulation finish, planted high above Kondic, the goalkeeper. The run to the byline and cut back from Zakaria. It's a big switch. Then it was Dante, the low ball that split the SAK defence. Vodicic rounded out his evening with the hat-trick, side footing home for 6-1. This was a period where Sturm put away 3 goals in 12 minutes. So definitely have that capability here. Perhaps the opposition a little more stern. Now they'll spread play again. Out for Schnegg. This time the whistle goes offside. Then Jancha with the give and go. He received back from Horvath and nudged it in at the near post for 7-1 with 10 minutes to go. And he's not here today. Back in Graz with the new signing, Max Johnston, who's come over from Scotland. Klagenfurt did pull another one back before fall through. Sredojevic tremendously curled in beyond Skerpen, but they go into the second leg with a mammoth 5-goal deficit against SKSturm. Looking good in the first test of the defence of the OFB Cup. 21st minute here, though. It is 2-0 in favour of Patrick Vieira's Strasbourg, courtesy of a couple of decent finishes from Habib Diallo. That was good work there, good skills on show. Strasbourg can come away again. Gilbert has been quite good so far. Just hugging this right wing, coming inbound when he needs to. So it's something that Schnegg and the likes of Burving just need to get control of. High line from Ilse at the moment. Strasbourg playing the patience game. At least their fans that live nearby are entertained with a couple of early goals. Out to the right side it goes. In the end, that's decent defending. No way through there, like a brick wall. Player goes down, which was Bellegarde, and just for a moment there, it looked like William Burving might have been away. Just a little overdone there from Strasbourg. There was no way through Borkovic there. There's only so many step overs you can do before you've actually got to try something. Been some really good results in pre-season. The 2-0 friendly win over Galatasaray. Goals there by Gergic, the double. 17-year-old with a big future. Only played a couple of games, but he will never forget that moment against Turkey's greatest club. Sturm will take on PSV. Try and make their way into the UEFA Champions League group stage. What an occasion that will be to go up some of the world's best players. Big experience, and that's exactly what Dish was in this season. For now, there's another run out there. We'll probably ring in the changes with Christian Ilse at halftime. Strasbourg throw. It was also the 2-0 win over Aris on the same day as the 2-1 win over Partizan of Serbia, Aris of Cyprus. Now it's Gilbert again. He tried this cross in, and what a finish that was. This was the second goal, taken away by Bellegarde. Lovely little toe through, and just in front of the penalty spot was the deadly finish. What a chick with a penalty, and Burving against Aris. And Ilse just halving the squad. Two friendlies on the same day. They were brought to you on SKSturm.TV as well. So you've been treated well this summer. Partizan finishing fourth in the Serbian league, and TSC from Bačka Topola finishing second, and Sturm getting a 2-1 win there. Burving and Vodicic again responding to Pantovic's goal. That ball just can't be kept in. Kacibegovic just a metre behind that pass. The 4-0 win over the Slovakian side from Trnava. Zakaria Katiashvili, Kacibegovic and Teixeira with a 4-0 win. 3-0 win over the Slovenian sides, Enes Mura, Horvat's ex-club, and he actually got a goal right at the death. Schnegg and Prass as well. 5-1 win to get the going. Damaku, Fuzeini. Damaku again in the 70th, Affengruber and Kedel. So plenty of goals, plenty of action. Not too many clubs go out there and give their fans 8 pre-season friendlies. Here's Belarus. 26 minutes in. Sturm trail by a couple of goals. Back for Niamzi. Doucouré, one of those under-19 French internationals. 28 games and a goal last season. He's in his third season with Strasbourg. Now here's Berving. Desperate tackle once again. Domingue unafraid to get in there. Throw comes. Schnegg pushed over. That was unnecessary from his man marker there, Gilbert. Schnegg looks okay. Just taking a look at the left knee. Now Sakaria, third year ex-Austria Vienna player. 21 Bundesliga goals for Sturm, 10 in the cup. Good delivery, in it comes. It's still there to be hit by Vodicic. Then the shot flies over the top of goal. Might have been Hielander in there with a last-ditch effort. Sakaria caused the confusion. Look at this for a delivery. Whipped in. Strasbourg's defenders just didn't know where it was going. Unfortunately, didn't sit for Vodicic to hammer home. Here they come again. French side, sweeping play across to the left. Zagatibegovic, Hielander over there. Just looking to defend, weaving run through. Well dealt with though. Away comes Sturm again. Berving looking to just pierce the Strasbourg defense and look for Vodicic in and behind the defense. Sometimes it pays off. Here's Serrano. Sturm needing a spell of possession. Schnegg, the ex-Venezia man. That'll be picked up. Just didn't sit for Katiashvili. Couldn't get it out from under his feet. Now Strasbourg again, down the far side. The run made by Diallo. Didn't go towards him. Now the switch comes. We saw the run from Gilbert, but didn't have his radar on with a long switch. So far, some bright signs on the left side, mainly for SKSturm. Ball telegraph pass there, picked up by Doucouré. It's having an absolute blinder out there. Now Domingue. You can see that shape there, the 4-2-3-1 for Sturm. Still holding that, still doing well. Just being exposed in central locations. And in the penalty area as well. But it's good to iron out those problems before the season starts. Diallo with a switch on the left. Delane down the channel. Well, that was bulldozing defense, but the foul's been given away. Gregory Ruthrich over there. Unrelenting, he's not agreeing with the decision by today's referee. So a chance to set up here in defense. Got a line of 5, make that 6, and on the edge of the box is Berving, 2 in the wall. Got about half a dozen in there for Strasbourg. 31st minute of the game. Comes in high. Good header up and away. Sturm survived. Gilbert now retrieves. He was going for the sneaky ball back in. Another whistle goes. Now what is this one for? Another free kick. Perhaps hit the arm. And this is the replay. The header away, brought down. Gilbert looking to get this in. It did hit the arm, actually, of William Burving. Gilbert to deliver this time to the far post. Easy for Kjell Skerpen, the man on loan from Brighton. Just roll that out to the former Crotone and Venezia left back, David Schnegg. Brought to ground. Away comes Belgar. It's past Serrano. Out wide it goes, and Strasbourg will have a corner. Just have to get through this little spell, a little bit of pressure coming from Strasbourg once again. It's been coming at different areas of the game in little waves here and there. Sturm have had their opportunities as well, that when they were trailing just by 1-0. Burving could have struck home. This corner comes in, and it's come off the Strasbourg player. A nice evening for football. Plenty of time, an hour left in this game. Sent out to Schnegg once again. First time pass was good. Found Burving. Getting hustled. He finds Hill, and Bellegarde assigned to close down Burving whenever he can. Strasbourg will be looking to close up the spaces outside the box. And this time coming down the right side, Sakaria. He'll win Sturm a corner over on that right side. Now what can they do here? Schnegg's up there. Bodachik will be the obvious intended target. Sakaria will pump this back in on his left boot. Nice delivery in at the near post. Sakaria once again. The header away. Sturm still with it though. Long ball comes, and it's shepherded back to the goalkeeper by Gilbert. As you can see there from the setup, Ketishvili and Burving with Vodachik and Sakaria. Just almost a square shape there, trying to tempt Strasbourg to come at them. That balance in the high press. We've seen Sturm win it back with a high offensive turnover already once in this game. Nearly came to fruition as well. Here's Strasbourg on the left. In it comes, the glancing header. Not enough behind it. And Skerpen with a bit of goalkeeping practice. The tall Dutchman out for Schnegg again. Inside diagonal pass, Burving let it run. Needed a helping hand, couldn't find one. Doucouré will go back to the goalkeeper. Now out for Abakar Silla, the Ivorian, just 20 years old, from Club Brugge in his first season with Strasbourg, and a big find for Patrick Vieira. Vieira coaching, he started off with the Manchester City under-23s. We saw Manchester City in a friendly win today over Bayern Munich. It was well done by Dimingue. Now he'll send this long. There's a job here for Schnegg to get back. Gilbert once again getting forward. Good turn. Plenty back now for Sturm. Have to pick his man. Now that was good work. And Sakaria can bring the ball away. Just stumbled. So some big news, another inclusion to Ilse's squad. Max Johnston coming over from Motherwell in the Scottish Premiership. A right back, another inclusion. He's only young, £300,000. He cost the club. Strasbourg once again, into the middle it comes. Good chest down, off the crossbar, off the keeper, and it bounces home. Doesn't look like there's an offside flag, so this goal will stand. A little lucky and unlucky at the same time, if you know what I mean. Chested down and rammed home off the crossbar onto the back of Skeppen and back in. It's important to see the stay up. And again, it is that man. (3-0) here for Strasbourg. Still, there's a little over 8 minutes to respond. Serrano sees something he likes, the run of Zakaria. That's well done by Hierlander. Diagonal pass, out come Strasbourg once again. Gilbert back in for Domingue. Delane ran into Borkovic and will win a free kick here. Perhaps a little unlucky, perhaps there was some contact down low. We'll see here, the pass from Doucouré, then from Gilbert. It was the shove, I think, that did it. So another chance to defend for a set piece here. Everyone quite high up on the edge of the box. Frédéric Gilbert again, the 28-year-old Frenchman. He's had a fine game. In it comes. Withrich with a header. Now, was that a shot? Was it a ball back into the danger zone? It would be a Strasbourg corner either way. Seeing Skeppen deciding to come off his line. Definitely was a shot from a long way out. Diallo putting the ball back. Gilbert from the corner. The header comes over the top of goal, and Sturm is with a couple of worries now. Really need to mark up a little closer, a little tighter. That's come off Zakaria there. Thrown in by Delane. All the way back it goes. There's a chance here to try and apply some pressure to this back three of Patrick Vieira's. Now across comes Boving. Belarus on the clearance. Oh, that was lucky not to fall for Zakaria. Strasbourg carefully working their way out of trouble. Still with it. Through the legs. Here it comes. They can switch play over to the right side. Eventually it will fall to Gilbert. It's there as a 50-50 ball. Player didn't want to make a challenge. It's still there. And Skeppen with a fine save at the near post. Made himself big. And the Dutchman saves... denies Strasbourg a fourth goal. Gilbert making all the hard work his own. 4 minutes to go until the break. We'll see if we've got any stoppage time. Now Bellegarde will take. Goes low. A little cheeky there. Here's Diarra. Just a little jinking run, and there was a big don't argue there. In a way, Begovic clearing that one. Out comes Belarus. That was a little courageous. Not sure Patrick Vieira would have liked that. Well, there's a player down here. Hopefully nothing too serious there for one of the Habibs. Habib Diarra, 19-year-old Frenchman, third year with Strasbourg. Born in Senegal but represents France in the under-19s. 3 goals last season and 2 assists. Here's Diallo. Just pulled off. Taken a long way from where the foul happened, so the ball might have to come back. Belarus going vertical pass to find Domingue. He had Kiriashvili just trailing him. Strasbourg finding their way out of trouble once again. Had a few lucky bounces in this first half. That'll be settled down. Here's Diallo. 30 yards from home, so he's prepared to switch that across. Hat-trick for Habib Diallo. Couple more friendlies against Freiburg and Werder Bremen to come for Strasbourg. Fine-tune their pre-season. See if they can have the success that Sturm have had. Up until today, hadn't conceded too many goals. Did concede 2 on the weekend against SAK Klagenfurt, but in all the other friendlies, wouldn't have been more than 3 goals. You would have thought that they conceded. One against Partizan, one against TSC, and another one against Kirkberg. Put 5 past them, though. 3 past Mura, 4 past Tenava, and then 2 each against TSC, Partizan, Aris, and Galatasaray. Last minute first period of the game. Vodicic. It's passing around the big Polish forward. Might be relieved of his duties if Christian Ilse wants to make some wholesale changes at the break. We'll find out what Strasbourg and Vieira do. It's out for Gilbert once again. And again, it's final touch of a Strasbourg player. Now up forward is Sahi Dion and Diallo. Serrano distributing play out to Schnegg. He'll go long. Searching ball. Was good. Sakari is there. And that'll be the final whistle of the first half. Not the best half of Sturm's pre-season. And they will have to work hard to get back into this one, at least get 1 or 2 goals in this game, maybe a clean sheet in the second half. Room for improvement, no doubt, but it's been Strasbourg with a first half hat-trick for Habib Diallo. We'll have those highlights for you. If you want to stick around, then we'll have the second half for you after a quick break. But so far, the Sturm 11 have found it tough going. Skeppen in goal with Borkovic, Butrich and Begovic and Schnegg at the back. Serrano, Burving, Kiel and Ketiashvili, Sakarya and Vodicic started this match. Christian Ilze, 45-year-old coach, been with the club since 2020. It's probably been the first disappointment of the pre-season. One bad half in 15 so far. And in all fairness, SKSturm could have equalized. The score was 1-0. Plenty to look forward to. Ilze now with 126 games under his tenure here. 67 wins, 27 draws and 32 losses. It's over 50% win ratio. Here's the first half highlights. This is the first goal. Lovely delivery in at the back post, and that's something that you'll have to practice for in the pre-season to make sure it doesn't happen in the actual season. Here was the chance. Börving making Belarus work for it and then cleared away. So that was when the score was 1-0. Börving once again finding space for Sakarya. Vodicic had that chance, and look at that. Does have the full set, you think. So good aerially. We saw him finish along the ground against Klagenfurt and nearly putting away a big curler. Here's the goal for 2-0 with Diallo. The goal for his brace. And Borkovic. It looked as though Diallo was offside there. Was one more goal in that first half. Down the left side they came. Strasbourg looking fairly well oiled. Won a few corners in this first half as well. This was an excellent delivery from Sakarya. Magnificent. Just unfortunately didn't sit for Vodicic and then Hylander. Good delivery here. The header away. Brought down. Gilbert, he's been so busy in this first half. Won the free kick there. It was a long ball forward, and Ketiashvili just tried his best, trying to bring it down. He's not the tallest striker. We'll see some changes at halftime, undoubtedly for both sides. And in view of the weekend, you'd think that Christian Ilze will bring in quite a few fresh faces for the start of the second half. This was another chance for Strasbourg. This is when the score was at 2-0. Diallo then picked this one out of the air, chested it down, hammered home. Almost the French Victor Osimhen, I guess you could call it. Unluckily, it came off the back of Skeppen and in. Sometimes that stuff happens. A little bit of luck and misfortune in the same piece of play. Diallo bringing that ball back, and Strasbourg with another shot from distance. Gilbert, decent delivery. The header with a little too much on it. You have to give credit to Sturm there for ensuring that the cross had to go back away from the goal, and another header. They've had the service in from the right side with Gilbert, and that's something that Ilze will have to make note of for the second half. We'll be back with you for that second half in about 10 minutes.
au sort. Nous avons, ben voilà, combien 3, allez, venez. Votre prénom, ton prénom. Nicolas, Johan et Thomas. Nicolas, Johan et Thomas. Alors je vous rappelle qu'avec votre numéro de programme, on vous propose 2 places pour le spectacle du 10 août à la Foire au Vin. C'est un spectacle comique avec Kev Adams, Hakim Djemili et Jérémy Creville. Voilà, donc chacun, on a 3 fois 2 places, hein, c'est ça, Elliot. Donc, alors vous êtes bien mélangé, tu as bien mélangé, Elliot. Alors Elliot va mélanger. Voilà, on a 4 bacs, mais peut-être, pourquoi le 3e, on va le mettre, si on a 3, on peut mettre le... Donc, j'ai pas encore tout compris, mais on va commencer avec un premier tirage. Voilà, avec donc un numéro, c'est le numéro 2. Voilà, non, c'est pas encore, attendez, c'est pas encore le numéro. Le deuxième, vas-y, tu tires. Voilà, et tu donnes. Voilà, le 3e, tu tires et tu donnes. 2800, 3e, et vas-y, tu peux retirer ici. 2804, 2840, 2840 et 2847. 2847. Allez, 2847, le numéro 2847, vous gagnez 2 places pour le spectacle comique du 6 août prochain à la Foire au Vin avec la tête d'affiche Kev Adams. Allez, c'est parti, on retire. 1000, allez, deuxième. 1700, c'est pas fini, attendez, 1750, et le dernier, allez, le dernier, 1750, 1750, 1753, 1753. Et un dernier tirage. Attends, il faut qu'on remette. Tu regardes pas. Voilà, allez, c'est bien. Ah, il fait ça sérieusement, hein, attention, hein, ça rigole pas. Voilà, allez, attention, tout est bien mélangé. Ah, Elliot, il mélange. Hein. Voilà, allez, c'est parti. Alors, 0, donc là, c'est celui-ci d'abord. Voilà, ben, garde celui qui a pris, tu peux le garder. Voilà, 300, 310, 300, et le dernier. Allez, le dernier, vas-y, tu peux l'ouvrir. Ouvre-le. 310, le 310, ce dernier 310 pour 2 places pour Kev Adams le 6 août prochain à la Foire au Vin qui démarre vendredi. Merci beaucoup. Voilà, je rappelle le numéro 2847, 1753 et 310.
Well, welcome back for the second half. We're about to get underway. This is the last free pre-season friendly broadcast brought to you on SKSturm.TV. You're with David Freeney, your match commentator. Halftime score is Strasbourg 3, Sturm Graz 0. Colmar Stadium is where we're at. We're away. We'll have a look at the players that are out there for the second half, those that have been changed over and those that are still around. 10 seconds gone. Stickler is one of those changes. He's on the right side of defense. And plenty more. Demaku out there. Good to see Goran Stankovic, Javi Serrano, one of the players still there from the first half. Gierhofer and Luka Maric in goal. Here's Stuckler. Apologise for any bad behaviour from the broadcast. Here's the long ball that's sent forwards. Quick throw from Maric out to Amadou Dante. That's Brian Teixeira up forward now with Mohamed Fouzaini. Tommy Horvath also there, and Alexander Pras wearing the number 8. 22-year-old Austrian. Three goals in 32 matches last season for Pras. A couple of Slovenians out there with Goran Stankovic and Horvat. See if they can revitalize this game. A brand new half of football. Brought to you live on SKSturm.TV. A good result on the weekend, the 7-2 win over Klagenfurt in the Cup. Strasbourg out from the back now. They've also made some changes. Just trying to push out of midfield at the moment. Teixeira doing well. Trying to hustle the backline passing. Strasbourg down the left side. Long ball will be sent forwards. And Gierhofer now. Just a little bit of confusion there. Be sent back to Maric. down this near side for Strasbourg. So the change is rung in here. Strasbourg will have a free kick. Looks as though Patrick Vieira wanted to make sure he used most of the squad. So more or less a brand new game. Now bringing it out from the back line. Try and work it on the right side in the sunshine. He's happy to maintain possession. The keeper now hugging the touchline. Just a bit of room here for Strasbourg to come forward. Spread play out to the right side. The hit will come. Take the sting taken out of it, though. Still with it in midfield, though. Strasbourg going okay in the first 5 minutes of the second half. Plugging away on that far side. So far, Sturm holding their ground. There. It's all about the pre-season wins. So, well, be coming up on the 30th of July in kickoff. It's an away game. And Mask first match on August 5th. In the beach. Colmar is plugging for it on the weekend. Position here, but we sent to the ground. Is loaned out. The season goes through Frankfurt. Team no goals. 4 occasions for Vienna, though. Some feet here, but it's the best we can do at the moment. Transfer by a 3-goal margin at this point. Good chance here. Just time to get something happening through a throw in through Stickler. Up there is Fusaini awaiting with Teixeira just lurking. Strasbourg, of course, coached by Patrick Vieira. Coming over after being let go of by Crystal Palace. Spent some time in Nice, New York City, Manchester City under 23s. Bluco, of course, taking control of Strasbourg. And Manuel Lemega, one of the latest purchases, as you'd all know. Vieira in his playing days, he played Serie A times, Inter 3 times, and the other 2, and also once with his rival Milan. So not discount his other performances in the cup with Manchester City before retiring. 20 leagues with Arsenal, World Cup and Euros with France. This is better. It's still at the corner. So here we go. Just under 10 minutes gone in the second half. Into the dangerous area. Into the edge, just a few yards outside. Ball back. It's an option in the box. There. Switch of play ahead. Stante. Serrano. Turn past there. It's instrumental to get something in this second half. He's getting up. Car brace. More chance here. Chinking run in. Pull the trigger a little sooner. Stante. Unleash a shot this time, and it's wide. Left it there. Spot. Oh. All changes half time. Well cleared away. That's over the stands as well. It's all about tactical development at this late stage. This was Horvat delivering in. Just need more chance creation here. SKSturm.TV. We saw Vodacek start the game up forward. Really didn't receive in places where he really needed to. So dangerous aerially. No Jancha, no Johnston, the new signing as well. Both of them back in Graz for this friendly. Motherwell defender coming over. The right back, a reinforcement. Another throw picked up. Stickler on the return. Serrano, Horvat. Can't find Demaku. Laid off the challenge. Player down. Free kick Strasbourg. We'll see there. The header back from Horvat was picked up. And unfortunate for the Austrian side, but this will be Pircic in pole position to take this. It's a chance for the Bosnian. 29 years old, scored just the one goal for Strasbourg. Here he is on the right boots. It's Pircic. It's sailed just a little over. Good curl and at nice shape, but not troubling Luka Maric in goal. Sanjin Pircic in his what's coming up to be his 6th season with Strasbourg after a period with Rennes and Levante. Played a couple of games in Serie A with Torino as well. So Fusaini playing on the right side of attack at the moment. Teixeira over on the left. Strasbourg defenders trying to get out of trouble. Fusaini doing well alongside Teixeira. They're making Strasbourg work for the overloads. Eventually will find a way out. It's just nudged over to the right. Now they're hugging the touchline. It's played up by Dante. We saw Gilbert in the first half having his way down the right flank for Strasbourg. Finished 15th in Ligue 1. A side with a big history. They won the French League in 1978-79. Known as Le Racing. RCS, Le Bleu et Blanc, blue and white. Now down the far side, the ball is hopeful, goes over the top. Maric will have a goal kick. Year-old Austrian under-19 international, 23 matches in Zweiliga last season for Maric. Has never debuted in the Bundesliga. Now the throw. It's gone straight out though. Intended for Horvat. And Zingula also one of the substitutes out there. As for Strasbourg, Hanega is named amongst the substitutes, and
changement pour le Racing avec la rentrée du numéro 43 Jérémy Seba à la place du numéro 4 Carole Fila.
little ball over the top, and Strasbourg doing well on both flanks at the moment. Basea playing on the left side of defence. Nothing there for Sturm to capitalise on. Now Sturm over to the left they come. Inside diagonal pass. Nothing that Fusaini could have done. Needed to play the 1-2 with Teixeira, but Strasbourg's defence holding quite solidly at the moment. A perplexing first half for Sturm. Just unfortunately couldn't get on the scoreboards. Now the ball lofted over halfway. That's a long ball. Sent forward from Perin. So Madic will roll that out. And eventually, no nonsense, just get the ball forwards in the direction of Husseini. Well picked up by Damaku, just couldn't find Pras. Needs to assert himself a little more in this game. Good challenge by Dante. Has Pras in front of him. Another sliding challenge comes in though from a Strasbourg player. And Zingula with that challenge. So there is Omega wearing his debut Strasbourg shirt. Have some fond memories of his time with the Sturm big money signing. Here they come again. Strasbourg just trying to get forward in transition. It's a 12 million euro signing for Omega. Abakar Silla, 20 million. So some big money just being spent by the French side since Blukov have taken over. Gerhofer taking that quickly. Now that's the foul on the replay. Here's Stickler back in real time. 25 minutes to go. So far, it's 0-0 in the second half. Better outcome so far. Now down the channel. Teixeira. It's the take on his man. Decent looking ball. This is better. Ball can't be turned home though. That's disappointing for Sturm, but much, much better in terms of attacking flair, you would say. Now Strasbourg with a bit of room. Coming down, so dangerous towards the byline, just couldn't find a teammate. Away came Strasbourg, but Sturm looking as though they may have picked the first goal of this second half. Sebas takes the throw. Long ball forwards, whistle goes. And this is a highlight from earlier, maybe a low light, that one. Gerhofer, 23-year-olds, just 7 games in the Bundesliga last season. Fuzaini couldn't get it out. Damaku coming through. There's Aholu getting the 1-2. Almost got it back again. Well done by Gerhofer. Sends it back for Goran Stankovic. A throw here for Dante. A little slow down that left side, but good support there. In the end, the Strasbourg defender will have the free kick go his way. Basea will get it back up. Now back out for Basea. Inside for Aholu, back to the goalkeeper. This is where Sturm have to hold firm. Long ball finds Aholu. Well, Damaku took a high arm to the face. Referee probably saw it, but called play on. The ball will go to the corner flag. Won't be kept in. So Luka Maric will have this goal kick. Thankfully for Sturm, because Damaku did take a high arm there. It's caressed over towards Gerhofer. If you just tuned in, Strasbourg with 3 first-half goals. Diallo with a hat-trick. 20 goals in the French Ligue 1 last season, so he was always going to be the danger man. The ex-Metz and Brest striker. 20 goals and 1 assist. That's Pierre in goal, by the way. Two players coming to blows. Ball bouncing in Strasbourg's favour. That's well done. Good run forward, Emega. Just tapping the ball straight to Maric. Oh, rapturous applause here for their new signing. This is Basea. Pedin finds over to the right side, and Zingula back for Pedin. Looking confident. Texera comes forwards, forces the pass. Now this is better. High offensive turnover. Texera will win that. Wants to cut back, wants the inverted run. Ran out of options. Serrano won't get there. And Damaku standing in the way. Out comes Maric to deny the forward run. Off his line. Finish. Well, it had the right weight on it, but a couple of meters to the right of the goal. This is Emega once again. Through Serrano, through Gerhofer. And that's what SKSturm will miss. But 12 million euros in the bank, and Vodacek as the new signing. Can't complain with that. It's coming off the back of a couple of other big sales. Yeboah and Hoyland. Still 0-0 in his second half. Serrano tried to find Damaku, but Strasbourg with another free kick. 17 minutes to go of the pre-season. Pruss starting to get a little more involved. That's what the free kick was for. Perhaps a frustrated challenge. Good sportsmanship came over to check on the man. Basea getting back up and looking okay. Emega coming back deep. I'm sure a couple of jokes out there with some of his former teammates. Here he is on the ball again. Aholu just nudging that forward. Now again, Gerhofer thought he had it. A few words there and some sportsmanship there between Gerhofer and Emega. players still down. Senea there again, hitting the turf. Backroom staff are out there. Far it's disappointing on the scoreboard, but can't do much against the class of Habib Diallo. Burving with a chance. Heerlander as well. Vodicic caressing over the top of the goal in the first half. That were the three best chances of SKSturm's afternoon. A former player, Emmanuel Emega there. But I guess the first competitive match, it's all about that. And that came against SAK Klagenfurt. 7-2 win. Vodicic with the hat-trick. He got it going for 1-0 just after 15 minutes. 3 minutes later, it was Ketishvili on his left foot at the right post. Vodicic again with a header, this time from a right side corner kick, and the rain came down. Kamsek made it 3-1. Goran Stankovic 4-1 with a glancing header. Horvat then with a regulation finish higher into the net above Kondic, and Dante with a low ball with the SAK defence. Vodicic again rounded out his evening, as I said before, with a hat-trick, side-footing home for 6-1. Jancha made it 7-1. Finished 7-2, and the second leg is coming up. But Sturm, the 5-goal lead in that one, and should get the job done. Here's Pierre. Well, on their toes, Teixeira and also Fuzaini, the Ghanaian and Cape Verdean. Interesting combination. Loving the flair from all areas of the planet, though. Here is Fuzaini. Beat one, wins the throw. Stuckler to take. We'll go back to Geerhofer, we saw before. Just perhaps a pseudo altercation with one of his good friends, Emmanuel Emega. Fuzaini onside. Needs some help. Tracked by Besea. This is better from Sturm. Apart from that pass from Demaku. Emega to the left, the shot comes. Madic fairly comfortable behind that. Shot coming from outside the box. But it was all about this wayward pass, and it was brought down and brought forward, and the shot came from about 25 yards. That was Motiba with the strike. So for the second half, he is Emega's strike partner. We saw Sanjin Pircic with a free kick effort earlier in this half. Plenty of blue in the crowd. We're not far, we're only 80 kilometers away from Strasbourg itself. So a similar circumstance when SKSturm were playing in Bad Bad, for example, not too far away from Graz, but within the vicinity, taking the game to the periphery of the city and beyond to make sure other villages and towns can get a glimpse at some of the stars. This time Sturm with a free kick. Now this is within a good distance, you would say. This is Demaku. Ball found Pras and just shoved over on his way through. So Tommy Horvat. Here we go. Set piece for SKSturm. Can they get a goal back in this game? They haven't gone a game without a goal in the preseason. High looping cross that looked as though it may have stayed in for a second. at the back post. A couple of defenders getting up there, Gerhofer included. Would love to get a goal of his own and then have a word with his good friend Emmanuel Omega. I'm sure they'll have a drink or two after the game. Now out to the left. Stuckler there just to block a little bit of space. Here's Aholu. Return pass coming towards the Strasbourg number 6 and headed behind. Well done by Samuel Stickler. Just over 10 minutes to go in stoppages. Now this is a replay of the lead up. Picic over the top, looking for a Aholu. So a corner kick coming in from the left side for Strasbourg. Sent in, and they get there first with a header, but it was all over the back of Amadou Dante. Malic wants to get a move on. Smashes that forward. That's a really good delivery as well. Fine Fuzaini has Teixeira in front of him. Will use him. Needs to get into the dangerous half space. Dancing his way, but had 2 on him, so did lose possession. And Strasbourg will have a throw-in. That's gone over the far side grandstand. With the last fitness run, I guess you could call this one, for Christian Niels' Met. Here we go. Omega cut off this time. Stuckler with a throw. Strasbourg just zoning him off there. Not too many options. Went for Fuzaini, and Stuckler will have another one. Down the touchline. Well controlled. Lovely stuff. Stuckler, one of the 1-2. It'll sit for Aholu. Brought forward by Gerhofer. He's trying to dance his way down the pitch. He sent over from Basea. Dante tracking back. Look at the pace on Amadou Dante. You cannot mess with that man. Sebas stood no chance, and that's worked out nicely. Strasbourg also playing Hoffenheim in a preseason friendly. Motiba and Seitel scoring in that game for the 2-1 win. They lost to Besiktas 2-1. Moise Dion scored in that one, the former Annecy striker. Abubakar with the 2 goals for Besiktas. In their final game last season against Lorient, it was Bellegarde that scored in a 2-1 away loss. They were winless in their last 3 matches. But a decent preseason for them as well. Not as good as Sturm Graz's, though. Looks as though they'll take 7 wins from 8 games, plus an OFB Cup 7-2 success. As we tick over into the 84th minute of the game. That'll be kept in by Sebas. Omega is the final man forward. Here's Basea. Seen him just on the receiving end of a couple of big hits. He's been injured and been treated a couple of times as well. Aholu looking down that left-hand touchline. Looking for Senea. The throw eventually comes in. That was solid defending as well. Able to prevent the danger from Strasbourg there. This is a highlight from before. Dante tracking back, and not only with the cover defense tackle, but it came off the Strasbourg player. And to Sturm's advantage was a goal kick. Here's Gerhofer. Samuel Stuckler back inside. Oh, that was a big challenge there from Gerhofer on Motiba. And Omega offering some advice there. Little pat on the back from Gerhofer for Strasbourg's new number 10. What a number that is as well. Of course, he wore the number 20 at Sturm. Former Antwerp and Sparta Rotterdam youth. And the Dutchman now, after 9 goals last season in the Bundesliga, we're going to see him in the French league up against the likes of perhaps Kylian Mbappe if he sticks around for long enough. $1 billion man, potentially, Kylian. Dante to Horvath. Kept the possession. Back in the back four. It's being led by Goran Stankovic and also Gerhofer in this second half. Just the one player still out there from the first half was Javi Serrano. Man on loan from Atletico Madrid. See if he can cement a spot in Ilse's best 11. So many quality players now on show, but Strasbourg are showing their qualities through the SKSturm man. Here's Omega. Squares it up. Back there is Dante. Make sure that Strasbourg won't find the net in this half. They will not extend the lead, and Dante showing us why he's the king of the left. 3.5 minutes to go. Another corner for Strasbourg. It's been a good test in this game for SKSturm. To the far post again. Up and away. Malic won't keep it in. And another corner. Another chance to reset and another chance to practice this defensive set piece. But the two on the 6-yard line. It's all about prevention here. In big games and big circumstances, in the final moments of those big games, as if you can hold your nerve. Malic claimed spectacularly. Now he'll punt that forward. Fuzaini down there. Needed Teixeira just to be passing that through. So Pircic over to the right side. Sebas is there. Strasbourg fans can be content with the first half at the very least. And from the other side of the coin, SKSturm fans can be happy with the second half. No goals conceded and being able to stave off what Strasbourg have thrown at them as they prepare for a push into the Champions League group stage. As well done by Pircic. Finds himself in a deep midfield position. Long ball. Stuckler will get that back to Maric. So we've seen 21 different Sturm players today. Now for those of you who have joined late, the starting 11 was Skepin in goal. Bokovic and Ruthrich at the back. Tibegovic, Schnegg, Hieland, Serrano, Bovin, Ketishvili, Vodicic and Sakaria. And although it was 3-0 at the break, it was hotly contested. Sure, Diallo was decisive. He was clinical when it counted most. But Sturm also had some opportunities. We're now in the 90th minute. That was a corner taken a few minutes ago with Matic claiming. And that was identical, wasn't it? Thought it might have been a highlight, but no, it was in real time. Strasbourg think they're away. It's going to come back for a Sturm free kick right on the halfway line with 20 seconds to go. Perhaps a little bit of bonus time in this pre-season. Won't be the end of Strasbourg's pre-season. 2 more friendlies coming up against Freiburg and Werder Bremen. That will be the final whistle, 5 seconds before the 90 is up, but another hit out for SKSturm in this pre-season. The final moments of the pre-season ends with 7 wins and 1 loss. But it was only in that first half that they conceded goals. So the highlight in the second half is keeping the clean sheet, especially for Luka Matic, boost to his confidence. And a good run in towards the weekend. The first game coming up in the Bundesliga away against Austria Vienna. 4 p.m. this weekend, 30th of July. And then that first home match coming up on August 5th against Lask. It ends here, though. And we're here at the Colmar Stadium. It's 900 kilometers from Graz and 3-0. Strasbourg with the 3-goal hat-trick man, Habib Diallo. We'll have some highlights coming for you. But the best chances of the game coming for Vodicic and Bovin. Another big story is the debut for Emmanuel Emega, a former Sturm man. Where is the number 10 now for Patrick Vieira's club? Part of the Blue Co team. The owners of Chelsea have bought this club. Some big money signings. Silla and Emega. Patrick Vieira, the coach, is also a big money signing, isn't it? 2 years in the Premier League with Crystal Palace. A couple of seasons with Nice, New York City as well. So many accolades in his career. The pedigree that is Patrick Vieira. Both Milanese clubs. 3 premierships with the Arsenal as well. An FA Cup with Manchester City. Now signs Emmanuel Emega. Jesse Domingue also on a free. But the big news also this week is Max Johnson joining, a right back for SKSturm. Coming over for £300,000. And he'll be a handy inclusion. Here are the highlights before we see out the rest of this evening for you. This is Domingue in the first half. First time ball in. And that's what caught the SKSturm defense, was that didn't wait. It was an impatient ball in, but it was class. First class ball. Diallo, no mistake. Left foot finish. And here was the chance. Sakaria. Here's Berving. And really good save. That was coming from Belarus. Here's where Berving opened up space. Sakaria once again. Look at that footwork. Vodicic brought it back. Turned the inside and outside of the defense. Curling that over the top. Here's the second goal for Strasbourg. Just poked through and nearly on the penalty spot. Dispatched past Kjellskirpen. You can see there Diallo with Rish just peeling off. Skeppen coming off his line. Unable to keep it from going it. First half, this was a good bit of keeping here. Also from Skeppen, but it was offside in any case. Ketishvili brought down there. That went out for a corner. The third goal did come for Diallo as well. Here's a couple of defensive phases where Sturm were able to win those little battles. A couple of pushes here and there. Sakarya with this set piece. Curled in. Sat for Vodicic just for a second. Then Hierlander. Strasbourg with a free kick of their own here. And again, Gilbert this time winning another free kick from the handball. Then sending this in. Sketiashvili trying to bring down a long ball. Was ambitious, but was seen off by Gilbert, and Belarus coming out to claim the bouncing ball. Now here's the third goal. Diallo, watch him, the number 20. Oh no, that's not the one. It's a glancing header there and easily claimed by Skepen. This is the goal. Over the top of the defense. It's chested down, rammed in off the crossbar, off the back of Skepen, and that rounded out a fortuitous first half. The finish there is ruthless, you'd have to say, off the back of the keeper. We've seen those go in before. But if you're going to have a poor first half, you'd want to have it in a preseason friendly, wouldn't you? Poor on the scoreboard, though. Strasbourg really throwing everything at them. Technically a home match for them as well. So spurred on, buoyed on by the crowd. Long-range effort there. Here's another corner. Gilbert sends that in, a header over the top. The first half, so many highlights in that one. And again, Dion and Diallo ruling the roost. Now this is the second half. Foul given away there. Here's Horvat with a corner. Damaku on the edge. Fuzaini. Now this is where he needed to shoot a little earlier, but the ball bouncing away from him to the advantage of Sabea. All in all, an improved performance in the second half in terms of at least keeping the clean sheet. There's Omega, the former Sturm man. Picic with this set piece, and this one's just sizzling over the top. Knew where he wanted to place it. Maric had its measure. Saw that off. Sunshine. Nice little evening during the week. And this was, have to be at least a half chance there. Ball just not falling kindly for Sturm. Could have won the second half. There's a little tug on the back of Fuzaini's jersey as well. Strasbourg holding their nerve. Omega, part of the narrative here, leaving Sturm last week, joining Strasbourg. And happy day for him up against his good friend Gerhofer. A couple of antics between the two. Was never going to show any mercy. Here's Horvat with another one for Sturm, this time over the top of everyone. Strasbourg trying to get their fourth goal of the game through Picic. Over the top for Ahalu. Good defending by Stukler, staking his claim for a place in the squad. And corner sent in. Maric was able to ensure a clean sheet. Did pluck a couple in midair. Lovely defending from Amadou Dante. Omega showing good pace. Getting into the half space, putting that across. And Dante once again. Getting that away. Well done by Gerhofer and Goran Stankovic there as well. Serrano trailing back. Getting back in big numbers. A few corners for Strasbourg in the second half. Most of them coming from this near side. A substantial performance for Die Schwazen. Final hit out of the July pre-season. Here's Matic claiming that one and punting down. Then he claimed another one and got it going quickly again. It's all about containment at this final stage of the game. Matic claiming that one again. Sturm not careless in the second half. Really was a difference in class in regards to Diallo being out there or not. And in the end, Strasbourg running out 3-0 winners. But the good news is that Sturm, they held their own in that second half, rung in the changes. And it ends here at the Colmar. A 3-0 win for Strasbourg over SKSturm. Thanks for joining us on SKSturm.TV. I'm David Farini, your match day commentator. It's been a pleasure in the preseason, and all the best for the season, including this weekend for SK Sturm Graz up against Austria Vienna away from home. We'll leave it there.